tracing their ancestry to the First Men, the Lannisters, descended from the legendary trickster Lann the Clever, who stole Casterly Rock from House Casterly during the Age of Heroes. Under Lann's descendant, Lorien Lannister, their family formed the Kingdom of the Rock, and expanded their influence by marrying into House Rain and defeating the Hooded King of House Banefort. Choosing a lion as their sigil with the words, "Hear me roar," their family grew wealthy from gold mines, adopting the unofficial motto, "A Lannister always pays his debts." Though Tybalt Lannister resisted the Andal invasion, later kings mixed with these foreigners until the death of Geralt III, who died without sons, and so was succeeded by his daughter's Andal husband, Sir Joffrey Lydon, though he honored his predecessors by taking the name Lannister. Under King Sirion, they conquered the Golden Tooth, while Tommen I captured Fair Isle. Yet King Lancel I and Lancel III failed in their invasions of the Reach. Although the Ironborn King, Harmon II of House Hoare, sought peaceful relations with Casterly Rock by marrying Lelia Lannister, their son Harmon III was overthrown by his younger brother Haegon, whose followers cut off the lips, ears, eyelids, and tongue of his mother. Outraged, the King of the Rock attacked and defeated the Iron Islands in a devastating war that saw Haegon similarly mutilated before he was hanged. Though the Lannisters once possessed the Valyrian steel sword Brightroar, it was lost during the reign of King Tommen II, who vanished while leading a fleet to plunder the remnants of old Valyria. Resisting the invasion of Aegon the Conqueror, King Loren Lannister allied with Mern the Ninth Gardener of the Reach, fielding a combined army of 55,000, only to face defeat against Targaryen dragons in the Field of Fire, losing roughly 5,000 men before they surrendered. As a reward for their submission, Loren was named Warden of the West while remaining Lord of Casterly Rock and the Westerlands. Though the Lannisters had little influence in the first few decades of Targaryen rule, they tried to advance their cause by playing both sides when Maegor the Cruel defeated Aegon the Uncrowned, before supporting Aegon's brother Jaehaerys, who knew they could not be trusted, and so continued to ignore their family, denying them positions of honor and high-level marriages. Yet all that changed under the reign of Viserys I, when they supported the Green faction of Queen Alicent Hightower, allowing Sir Tywin Lannister to serve as Master of Ships. Fervent supporters of Aegon II during the Dance of the Dragon Civil War, Lord Jason Lannister and his army were defeated by the Black Allied Riverlands, leaving the Westerlands defenseless against Ironborn raiders. Siding with the Targaryens during the Blackfyre Rebellion, House Lannister again lost influence under Lord Tytos, the Toothless Lion, a kind but weak ruler who faced rebellion from the Houses Rhaen and Tarbeck in 261 AC. Yet his cunning son and heir, Sir Tywin Lannister, crushed the traitors and regrew their strength upon succeeding his father in 267 AC. Serving as Hand of the King to Mad King Aerys II, Tywin eventually resigned and remained neutral for much of Robert's rebellion, until finally siding against the Targaryens by sacking King's Landing and murdering the royal family, thereby gaining favor with King Robert, who married Tywin's daughter Cersei, though she was in a secret relationship with her twin brother Jaime, meaning all three of the monarch's children were actually pure-blooded Lannisters. After the death of Robert Baratheon, House Lannister supported his supposed sons, Joffrey and later Tommen Baratheon, in the War of the Five Kings, and thanks to the brilliant strategies of Lord Tywin, serving as Hand of the King, they defeated several rivals and neared total victory by 300 AC. Claiming descent from the female line of Garth Greenhand, the legendary first king of the Reach during the Age of Heroes, House Tyrell were never monarchs, instead founded by the valiant Andal knight Sir Alliser Tyrell, named champion and sworn shield to King Gwaine V Gardener. Allister's son Gareth then served as steward to the royal family in their ancestral home of Highgarden, as did his son Leo. With both men doing so well, the office of High Steward became the hereditary title of House Tyrell. Under the poor leadership of Garth X Gardener, the Reach fractured in a civil war between the houses Manderly and Peake, leaving the realm so weak they lost territory to the kingdoms of the Rock and Storm, while Dornish kings besieged Old Town, sacked Highgarden and murdered their ruler. Yet after almost a decade of war, Sir Osmond Tyrell led an alliance that reclaimed the territory, took back Highgarden, and placed Mern VI Gardener on the throne. Resisting the invasion of Aegon the Conqueror, Myrn IX allied with the King of the Rock, Loren Lannister, fielding a combined army of 55,000, only to face defeat against Targaryen dragons in the Field of Fire, losing roughly 5,000 men, including the Gardener King, his sons, grandsons, brothers, and cousins. Learning the royal family was lost, the steward Harlan Tyrell surrendered to the Targaryens, and as a reward was named Lord of Highgarden, Lord Paramount of the Manor, and Warden of the South, chosen over older, more influential and wealthy houses. Using a golden rose as their sigil with the words, "Growing Strong," the Tyrells often warred with Dorne, which remained independent for nearly 2 centuries, seeing Lord Harlan lost in the First Dornish War, while Lord Lionel Tyrell participated in the Fifth Dornish War, also called the Conquest of Dorne, serving as governor of the territory until assassinated by 100 Red Scorpions. During the Dance of the Dragon Civil War, the Tyrells chose neutrality, as their vassals were deeply divided in their support for the Blacks and Greens. Remaining loyal to Mad King Aerys II during Robert's Rebellion, they won a great victory in the Battle of Ashford and besieged Storm's End, but were ultimately defeated and bent the knee to Lord Eddard Stark as a representative of King Robert Baratheon. Following the death of the monarch, which started the War of the Five Kings in 298 AC, House Tyrell supported Robert's youngest brother, Renly Baratheon, until his death, after which they pledged to Joffrey Baratheon and later Tommen Baratheon, with all 3 claimant kings betrothed to Margaery Tyrell. A special thanks to all those who contribute to CivilizationEx, like Sir Bob of the Buoy, Torque Frostbite, Tim, and Z Packwood. If you'd like to help the channel, be sure to give a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the links below, or else go to patreon.com/CivilizationEx, where you can gain early access to videos, vote on future content, and watch the Patreon-only series, Heroes of Lore and Legend.